وعلى الارواح التي حلت بفنائک علیک منی سلام الله ابدا ما بقیت و بقی اللیل و النهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد منی لزیارتکم. السلام علی الحسین وعلى علی ابن الحسین وعلى اولاد الحسین وعلى اصحاب الحسین. به نام آب، به نام فرات نام شما، من آفریده شدم که کنم سلام شما. نوشته‌اند بر روی جبین ما دو نفر، شما غلام حسین و منم غلام شما. خوشا به حال پر و بال این کبوترها، گهی به بام حسین و گهی به بام شما. تو آن همیشه امامی و ما همان مأموم، مقامتی که گرفتیم با قیام شما. با عرض سلام و خیر مقدم خدمت همه شما بزرگان، سروران ارجمند، خواهران و برادران و نهادان عزیز، مراسم امشب را با تلاوت قرآن کریم توسط برادر نونهالمون مزمل جان کاظمی آغاز خواهیم کرد و سپس قطعه شعری که توسط برادر نونهالمون مزمل حسینی نه حسن رضایی
مزمل کاظمی ببخشید مقاله
حسن رضایی و سپس اگر انشاءالله وقت یاری کرد یا کمی امشب ما دیرتر شروع کردیم پرزنتیشنی که توسط خواهر گرامی ما تهیه شده است، خانم سادات حیدری، شعری که تهیه دیده شده است به سمع حضورتان خواهد رسید و سپس پای سخنان استاد رازا رحیم خواهیم نشست، سپس نماز جماعت و بعد از نماز جماعت به امامت حجت الاسلام و المسلمین آقای حیدری سخنرانی توسط این بزرگوار خواهیم داشت و بعد از آن سینه‌زنی و نزورات. اینک تا تشریف آوری مزمل جان کاظمی یک صلوات محمدی ارائه بفرمایید.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والشمس وضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها والنفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بتقواها إذ انبعث أشقاها قال لكم رسول الله ناقة الله وسقياها فكذبوه فقالوا فدمدم عليهم ربهم بذنبهم فسواها ولا يخاف عقباها صدق الله العظيم.
اللهم صل على
ما شاء الله احسنت.
باز در جان جهان یک سره غوغاست حسین، این چه شوری است که از یاد تو برپاست حسین. این چه رازی است که صد شعله فرو مرد و هنوز روشن از داغ تو ظلمتکده ماست حسین. با تشکر فراوان از مزمل جان کاظمی که با تلاوت آیات نورانی کلام الله مجید مجلس ما را منور کردند و اینک از حسن رضایی خواهش میکنیم که تشریف بیاورد و مقاله خودش رو روایت کنند. تا تشریف آوری ایشان یک صلوات محمدی عنایت کنند.
بر محمد اهل بیت محمد صلوات. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The Battle of Karbala, October 10, 6080, 10th of Muharram, AH 61. Brief military engagement in which a small party led by Al-Hussein ibn Ali, grandson of the Prophet Muhammad and son of Ali, the fourth caliph, was defeated and massacred by an army sent by the Umayyad Caliph Yazid. That as a consequence, Hussein was killed and beheaded in the Battle of Karbala in 6080-61 AH by Shimr ibn Thawal Jawshan. The anniversary of the Shaheed martyr is called Ashura, 10 days of Muharram, and is a day of mourning for Shia Muslims. By Muhammad, Ahl Bayt Muhammad, Salawat.
با تشکر فراوان از حسن جان رضایی که خلاصه‌ای از زندگی سرور و سالار شهیدان حضرت اباعبدالله الحسین علیه السلام را برای عزیزان ارائه کردند. اینک از دوست خوبم علی رجبی خواهش میکنم که تشریف بیاورد. تا تشریف آوری ایشان یک صلوات عنایت بفرمایید.
بر محمد و اهل البیت محمد صلوات. Brothers and sisters, today I want to share with you a summary of Imam Hussein's character. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. To arrive at a just estimate of renowned man's character, one must judge it by the standards of his time, not ours, judged by the standards of one country. The noblest characters of an earlier one lose much of their luster, judged by the standards of today. There is perhaps no illustrious man of 4 or 5 centuries ago whose character could meet the test at all points. But the character of Imam Hussein is unique and unparalleled. It can and may be and should be measured by the standards of all times without misgiving or apprehension as a result. Judged by any of them, judged by every one of them, judged by all of them, is still flawless. It is still ideally perfect and intensely attractive in a deep pathos. It still occupies the loftiest place possible to human attainment, a loftier one than has by any other mortal, let him be a hero or saint. With the advent of Islam, the more people of Arabia has improved vastly, and I most gladly assert here that judged even from the point of view of inexorable justice and superhuman equity, our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was taught and practiced the highest form of mercy and toleration at a time when the people of Arabia had got habituated to the most brutal, the wickedest, and the most rotten practices, though through long centuries of constant usage and iteration. Therefore, we are lost in wonder at the miracle of such a soil. The contrast between him and his time and the contrast between day and night. He was truthful and lying when it was a common speech of men. He was honest and sincere when honesty and sincerity were becoming lost virtues. He was the keeper of promises and trust, a mighty Amin, when the keeper of the promise or the equitable discharge of a trust was expected of no one, and thus did he captive the heart of the rich Christian Sayyida Khadija of Khadija. He gave his great mind to great thoughts and great purposes when other minds were occupied with petty fancies and poor ambitions, and could not rise above the turmoil of the local disputes and contests of pagan Arabia. He was modest and fine, and delicate when to be loud and coarse, and sinful might be said to be universal. He was steadfast and stability of character. In good things he was almost unknown, but honorable in age which had forgotten what honor was. But after the death of this prophet, this grand man of all times, intensely human and preeminently sympathetic towards his followers, as he was extraordinary, waving his action brought in a sweep, the whole of the action, and thought he left behind a perfect specimen of his own character, and his cousin and son-in-law, all and his wife and their 2 sons. Yeah. By the demise of all these except one, the world has left with only Hussein, the rock of firm conviction, nay, the rock of ages, of all futurity and all eternity to come. He was unfallingly true in age which was false to the poor. He contained his personal dignity unpaired in an age for foreign uncertainties. He was of dauntless courage had perished all around him. He was spotlessly pure in mind and body when society in the highest places was foul in both. He was all these things in an age when crime was a common business of nobles and princes, and when the highest personages in Islam were able to astonish even that infamous era of reaction, and make even that group of scoundrels who flourished in the age stand against all spectacle of their atrocious lives. Black with unimaginable treacheries and butcheries, and when each of such worthies competed with his compeers to excel in the enormity of his crimes and the monstrous of his impunities. Hussein is one of the few entirely unselfish people whose names have a permanent place in the world's history. No vestige or suggestion of self-seeking can be found in any word or deed of his. When Yazid, the ostensible caliph of Islam, demanded absolute allegiance of him, he haughtily refused and proposed 3 honorable lines of action to him, all of which were denied to him, for Yazid really wanted to destroy the noble scion of the noble Azra Prophet, whose existence was itself a menace to his profligate and dissolute life. Hence, the mortal conflict between Hussein and Yazid, which in Islam, all that is signed, and all is wrong, wickedness and hypocrisy. Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
جهانی تشکر از مزمل جان علی رجبی که خلاصه ای از شخصیت والای سرور سالار شهیدان را به زبان انگلیسی بیان فرمودند. اکنون از خواهر نورنهالمون حامی سادات خواهش میکنیم که تشریف بیاورند تا تشریف آوری ایشان یک صلوات عنایت بفرمایند.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. اول بگم کیم من؟ مثل کبوترم من، کوچولوی 6 ماهه علی اصغرم من، اسم مامانم رباب، بابام امام حسین، عموی من ابوالفضل، رقیه خواهرم بود، حضرت علی اکبر اسم برادرم بود. وقتی توی دشت خون بابا جونم تنگ شد اومد به خیمه من، گفت پسرم میایی بریم به جنگ دشمن؟ با اینکه بچه بودم دلم میخواست بجنگم، دشمنه بابا رو من بیارم بجنگم. آخه بابا گفته بود هر کی با گل بجنگه از همه بهتر میشه، مثل کبوتر میشه. من با خدا جنگیدم، از همه بهتر شدم، رفتم با آسمون ها مثل کبوتر شدم، دم بدم برهمیدم برقل آستان محمد بعدی شیر خدا به خاطر زینب کبرا سلام.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
القمر محو شد، عکس قمرش ریخت به هم، دستش افتاد زمین، بال و برش ریخت به هم. تا که از گیسوی او لخته خون ریخت و مشک، گیسوی دخترک منتظرش ریخت به هم. تیر را با سر زانوش کشید از چشمش، حیف از آن چشم که مژگان ترش ریخت به هم. خواهرش برد زمین، مادر اصغر غش کرد، او که افتاد زمین دور و برش ریخت به هم. با کمال تشکر و قدردانی از نونهالان عزیزمان، خواهر گرامی‌ام و همچنین برادران خردسالم که با شعرها و مقاله‌های زیبایشان مجلس ما را رونق دادند. اینک از سرور ارجمندمان حاج آقای رحیم دعوت می‌کنیم که تشریف بیاورند. تا تشریف آوری ایشان یک صلوات محمدی پسند عنایت می‌فرمایند.
اللهم صل علی محمد و آل محمد و عجل
I do not start till I find my brothers, all my special helpers of Imam Hussein coming forward here, please. Can you all come with Nare Salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على خير خلقه ونور عرشه صاحب طه وياسين احمد مجتبى عدد قاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد و آل محمد و عجل فرجه.
وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. صلى الله عليك يا اباعبدالله، صلى الله عليك يا ابن رسول الله. روحي وجسمي وأرواح العالمين لك الفداء. يا غريب يا مظلوم يا شهيد بعرض كربلاء. ثم السلام عليكم يا أهل الأباء الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. قال الله تعالى في القرآن الحكيم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل لا أسألكم عليه أجرا إلا المودة في القربى. In the few 20 minutes that I have got allotted to me, I inshallah want to move the topic by first trying to complete the answer why Karbala happened today, and then focus on this ayah, Kulla Asal. Why Allah is saying to the Prophet, ask for ajr, and how to ask, what is this ajr, and what is muwaddah. And inshallah we will develop our understanding of love of Ahlul Bayt. My younger brothers here especially, please listen to this importance of love of Ahlul Bayt that we need to understand. But before I do this, we discuss why people turn against Imam Hussein, how Ghadir happened and they ignored it, how Mubahala happened and they ignored it, how various occasions, Khaybar happened and they still forgot. Ghadir only happened 70 days before the Prophet passed on, and Saqifa. So Saqifa is the center, this gathering of people to decide for themselves who will be the Khalifa, who will be the Imam after the Prophet. That is the beginning point of Karbala. We have to understand that what did Prophet do about it? He announced in Gadir in front of 120,000. He asked people to say, Bakhid, Bakhid, come and say, congratulations, do your bayya on Ali ibn Abi Talib. Everybody did. Even Umar and Abu Bakr said, Bakhid, Bakhid, Ali ibn Abi Talib. Yet, these people all forgot what was the thing that made them go that way. Even in the last moment, Prophet was feeling ill after Ghadir, after some days, and he's getting weaker. What does the Prophet do? He prepares the army of Usama. Usama was a young man, and Prophet it did not matter to Prophet if somebody is young or old. If you are good, Prophet chose you. So he chose Usama to lead this army. And he told everybody, I want you all to go and join, apart from Ali ibn Abi Talib and a few people that he asked to stay behind. He was weak, he was getting ill, but he decided this is the answer. If all these people had gone with Usama, and when Prophet had passed away, Ali ibn Abi Talib would have been the only one around, and there would have been no fitna, there would have been no planning, political planning. But what happened? They refused to go to Usama's army. Abu Bakr and Umar went and said, oh, we can't go with this young man. And they came back, and Prophet is very ill, it's very difficult for him to walk, he's weak. He comes to the Masjid al-Nabawi and he gives khutbah that is written in the Sunni books. That he said, have I not asked you to join the Usama's army? And those who do not join, Allah's lanat will happen to them. But these people decided that they wanted to stay and they wanted to take Khilafah in their hand. And then this terrible Thursday, I want to quickly go, I haven't got time. Terrible Thursday, the Thursday night before the Prophet passed away. How he was lying. Now if you love somebody and he's there, he's lying, you come and see, you look after him, you think about him. Prophet is asking them, those who have come, give me pen and paper. I will write down something for you that will never make you go astray. I'll give you hidayah for the last time again. I've done it so many times. And Umar decides, and his group, they say, no, Quran is kafi for us, Quran is enough for us. And there is a commotion. Imagine Prophet is lying there are people fighting. Give Prophet the pen and paper. Oh, don't give him. The Quran is enough for us. The commotion goes on so much that the Prophet says to them, now all of you get out. Get out of this room. This is the status of Muslim. I gave you about Abdullah ibn Umar, how he changed. This is the state of Muslims at the time of Saqifa. And you know what happened when Prophet passed away? Immediately Umar took the sword and started running around the street. Is there anybody who says Prophet is dead? I'll cut his head off. But Prophet has just passed away. He was saying, don't say Prophet is not dead. And when Abu Bakr came after some time, he puts the hand on Umar, and Umar says, yeah, let's go. And they go to Saqifa, a gathering of 20, 40 people, and they decide there, they make the people of Saqifa accept Abu Bakr as Khalifa. Now that is the beginning of Karbala for us. Saqifa is the beginning of Karbala. This is where Karbala started. Abu Bakr, Umar, they took Khilafat away. They took it from Haq. Ali mal Haq. They took it away. And they started the system of disaster in which Karbala happened. Not only they took it away for themselves, they put Abu Sufyan's children, Bani Umayyah, in charge of various governorships, various places where they put people like that. First they put Yazid ibn Abu Sufyan, Muawiyah's elder brother. And then when he died, they put Muawiyah in charge of Syria and then governors, they put the seeds of Karbala. And they said, there'll be no election, there'll be no selection, there'll be no committees. Our children will run and rule this world. And Yazid then became the Khalifa. Yazid was a drunkard. Yazid who was the worst man in the world. Yazid who used to say, this prophet just was dreaming. Nothing happened, no wahi, no angels came. This is the beginning of Karbala. People were changed, their minds were changed, wrong ahadiths were put, and they were all made to accept their situation as they saw. And Allama Iqbal says beautifully, he says, what sort of hangame happened in Islam? In the Takbir, he says, Shabir, Hussein was killed with Nare Takbir. These were the Muslims. They're killing Hussein and they're saying Nare Takbir. Allama Iqbal says in a beautiful poetry how we have to understand Haq. Stand for Haq. Hussein stood for Haq. We have been hearing Jan here saying beautifully what Maula's words were there. There's a book, whole book about sayings at every stage. Rizallahi Rizana Ahlul Bayt. How many such beautiful sayings about Haq that Imam Hussein said for us. And when the Haq comes, it's not only Haq for our Muslims, us. It's Haq for humanity, Insaniya. And when we see a black man down on the road and somebody is putting his knee on him and killing him because he's black, we have to stand up and say, Hussein taught us that black lives matter. There was John in Karbala. We know it doesn't matter what your color is, it's the taqwa that you have got. That is the message of Hussein. Black lives matter, all lives matter. The truth has to be there. And how this love of Ahlul Bayt is important for us. My already 8 minutes have passed. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. The love of Ahlul Bayt is the center point for us. Is the foundation stone for us. In Qutbah number 142, Mawlaya Muttaqiyan, Asadullah al-Ghalib, Ali ibn Abi Talib, Salawatullahi alayhi. He says, because of us, Ahlul Bayt, you have been given guidance. We say it in Dua Qutbah, inshallah tomorrow. I'll connect it to Imam Zaman. But because of us, you have been given guidance. And he says, Quran says, Hizbullah humul muflihun. Those who are the party of Allah are the most successful. We are the role models. We are the leaders. We are the Hizbullah. The party of Allah. None other than Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad salawat. In another khutbah, he says, how beautifully he describes that we are the shajara of prophethood, Nabuwah. There's a whole hadith that can take a whole day to explain what did he say, what does it mean by shajara of Nabuwah. And then he says, we are the staying place of divine messages. Wahi comes to us. We are the descending place of angels and sources of wisdom. Our supporters, those who love Hussein and Ali, all my youngsters, look what Imam Ali is saying. If you love Ali and Hussein, mercy waits for you. Rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are dead, even then, the rahmah comes to you. And if you are alive, that rahmah keeps on coming to you. That is the mercy of Ahlul Bayt. And the enemy, what does Imam Ali say? Those who are enemy of Ahlul Bayt, what happens to them? The one who hates Ahlul Bayt, the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala awaits them. the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One final story and I move to Masai. The story about love of Ahlul Bayt. We hear here, Ruzi Khan, people are doing Sinazani, they're reciting their love for Ahlul Bayt. Look at what happened in Karbala. Can you all recite salawat, young boys, salawat? My young brother, please. Can you okay. So, in Karbala, there is a place called Bayn al-Haramain, the place between the Haram of Abul Fazl al-Abbas and our Mawla. May Allah give us tawfiq and to get there to Karbala and do ziyarah to our Mawla. Let us say for a minute salam to our Mawla by saying labbaik for a minute. Let's say labbaik ya Hussein. Labbaik ya Hussein. Labbaik ya Hussein. Labbaik ya Hussein. So in between this Haramain, there was one Ruzi Khan who was given 1 hour to recite. Different people get different time. And everybody assembles there, they do Sinazani and they cry during Muharram. Now this Ruzi Khan was reciting and somebody came to his ears. It was only 10-15 minutes he started reciting. He said something to him. But this man ignored that person. The second time somebody else came and told him something. And he turned red, but he didn't matter. He kept on saying, Ya Hussein, and he's losing Ali. He was keep on saying. Third time something happened, he did the same. And when this time finished, he was crying. And he turned to the Abul Fazl. Somebody asked him, what are these people telling you? The first time they came, they said, your young son, you have only one son. Only one son you have got. And he is very ill. Come home quickly. He's asking for you, Baba, Baba. Why don't you come why don't you call my father? In another half an hour, 20 minutes, another guy comes. Your son is now in the final breath, he's going to die. Yet, they say, he doesn't stop his Ruzi Khani. And then finally, he says, they come and tell me, my son is dead, and his ghusl and comfort is given. I still don't go, he's doing Ruzi Khani, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. Look at his manzila, look at his status. He's doing Ruzi Khani, his son is dying. What happens then? He turns to the dome of Abul Fazl al-Abbas, and he says, Ya Abbas, I did not stop for a second for my recitation of Sinazani and Ruzi Khani, because I knew that all these people came to listen to this. They want to hear your musibah. And I forgot my son. My son is now gone, he's dead. They're waiting for me to go and bury him. Ya Abbas, you are Babul Hawaii. Get me my son back. He's crying and crying. As he goes there, he goes to his house, and what does he see? He sees that his wife says, oh, my husband, your son was gone, but somebody came and woke him up. And now he's alive. This is the love of Ahlul Bayt. We need to have that love, that sacrifice within ourselves. In every moment, we have to understand that this love, the wilayah of Aliyk ibn Abi Talib, salawatullahi alayh. And I know tonight you will be reciting Musibah of Ali Asghar, but I will recite Ali Asghar because I did not recite yesterday, and today is the day of Ali Asghar. So I will recite Musibah of a young man, a man who looked like Holy Prophet, who walked like Holy Prophet, who talked like Holy Prophet. And when Imam Hussein, who loved Holy Prophet so much, he said to Allah, give me a son who is the Shabi of the Holy Prophet. Ali Akbar is born, and how Ali Akbar grows. And everybody says, look at him. Every time he is walking, we see Rasulullah. Oh, Azadaran Hussein, oh, Azadaran Hussein. On the day of Ashura, in the early morning, Ali Akbar is told by Mawla, oh Akbar, going to Azan. Ali Akbar does Allahu Akbar. All the way haram are crying. Look at the voice of Rasulullah calling out, Allahu Akbar, oh my young ones. Don't forget every morning you can hear the azan of Ali Akbar. Wake up for the Fajr. Ali Akbar does azan. The time of the Ashuras after Zohar, Ali Akbar comes. You know, Mawla, whenever anybody came, when Abbas came, he said, Abbas, don't go. You are my Qamar Bani Hashim. You are my flag bearer. You are my commander. But when Ali Akbar comes, Mawla says, Taqaddam Bunayya. Go and sacrifice your life. Very tragic scenes happen. The Khayma, Ali Akbar goes in the Khayma, and the Rabbin says the Khayma opened so many times and so many times it closed. The ladies would not let Ali Akbar go. Zainab would say, Akbar, where are you going? Malayla would say, Akbar. Sakina would hold up his legs and say, Akbar, my brother, don't go into the Maidan. Oh, what happened? Ali Akbar eventually is allowed. As he goes and he mounts the horse, Ali Akbar goes and he hears a little voice behind him. You know what he hears? Somebody's walking behind him. He turns back. Oh, my father, why are you walking behind me? Ali Akbar says, oh, Imam says, oh, Akbar, I love you so much. You look so much like my grandfather, Prophet. Every time you go forward, please turn back so I can see your face for the last time. Ali Akbar goes. He fights a gallant fight. He's the grandson of Ali ibn Abi Talib. How many enemies are left in now? At last, when the surrounding fall, the places, one man known as Ibn Namir comes with a dagger, with a spear, and he puts it through Ali Akbar's chest. Ali Akbar falls from the horse and said, Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum, Ya Abata. As Ali Akbar is down there, Hussein tries to rush and he says, I know, Ali, I can't see where you are. I have become blind in the grief, Ali Akbar. As he goes, he sees Ali Akbar is lying down, he's covering his chest. In the chest, Ali Akbar, why are you covering your chest? Ali Akbar says, oh my father, you'll not be able to see nor remove my hand. Imam removes the hand, he sees the broken spear in the heart and the blood is coming out. Mawla Hussein looks at Najat. Ya Ali Badan, he pulls out the spear from Ali's chest. Oh, Mawla carries Ali Akbar. He's carrying and he's falling and he's stumbling. And at last, when he reaches near the tent, he turns towards Zainab. Oh, Zainab, Ali Akbar has come back. They leave the body in the room and Akbar. And Zainab, when they cry out, Layla cries out, oh, Akbar, oh, Akbar, oh, Akbar. You left your mother alone. Who will bury your mother? Oh, Akbar, I had so many wishes you would grow up and you would be married, you'd have your children. Akbar, you have left this world. Just a couple of lines of Musibah. Ali Akbar Layla, Noor Chashma Layla, Bahe Anwar Layla. Ali Akbar Layla, Noor Chashma Layla, Bahe Anwar Layla. Gule aale aba hast, bahe karbo bala hast. You do Noor Khuda hast. Ali Akbar Layla, Noor Chashma Layla, Mahe Anwar Layla. Hum Ali Akbar Layla, Noor Chashma Layla, Ali Akbar Layla. Gule aale aba hast, bahe karbo bala hast. You do Noor Khuda hast. Ali Akbar Layla, Noor Chashma Layla, Ali Akbar Layla. Rawal Akbar Zishan, Yagi Zakhm Basina, Mahur Mareshan. Akbar Layla, Noor اللهم صل على محمد. يا الله بحق محمد بحق علي. Please grant the wishes of all the mu'mineen who are sitting here. Ya Allah, there are people who are suffering corona and other illnesses. Ya Allah, remove that illnesses from them. Ya Allah, those our brothers in Afghanistan, our ladies in Afghanistan, in the name of Chadare Zainab Kubra, please keep them safe and keep them in your safety. Ya Allah, these youngsters are growing up in this world. Grant them the love of Ahlul Bayt, mawadda of Ahlul Bayt. Ya Allah, all the mu'mineen have hajat. Ya Allah, accept their hajat. Ya Allah, remove all their difficulties. And Ya Allah, let us go soon to Karbala and say Assalamu alaikum ya اباعبدالله. Assalamu alaikum ya ibn Rasulullah. Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Are you reading